Bedford streets echo with the tales of whaling ships and literary legends. Historic structures, often adorned with intricate details and timeless elegance, tell the story of a city and its history as a global maritime powerhouse.
I knew it had such lovely bones and just needed love poured into it.
Tucked between the grand whaling mansions, you'll find 100 Madison Street, or as marked by the wood-carved sign, the Abbey Tabor Hunt Mansion, the home that combines history both built and written.
This house was built in 1855, built for Abbey Tabor by her dad as a wedding gift for her.
Her father, Henry Tabor, a wealthy whaling merchant.
This house was built at the height of the whaling industry, and all of the people in our neighborhood were essentially whaling, either captains or owners of whaling ships and merchants, and their influence was all over the world at that time, and it's just a really unique place.
Now under the watchful eye of Laura Parrish and Tom Lanvin, the house has been transformed from top to bottom into the Whale House, a short-term rental property.
I just thought it would be a really fun project, and I thought I was going to be able to do a lot of it myself, which I found out pretty quickly was not the case at all.
Sleeping up to 10 people, guests take a step back in time.
It's taking a step back in time in history with modern amenities. We tried to keep everything that was here. We only updated or replaced things that were in need of doing so.
The Whale House gets its name not only because of its location, but also because of people who stayed here back in the 1800s.
Moby Dick, based here in New Bedford and also Nantucket.
Catherine Melville Hoadley, the sister of Moby Dick author Herman Melville, rented the mansion from the Hunt family.
Whether or not Melville stayed here is kind of a hot topic about town. A lot of people believe that he would have stayed here because he was so very close to his sister Catherine.
This city, a living history book with stories told through the very walls that have witnessed the passage of time.
The community here in New Bedford of old house people, of craftspeople who understand these homes is just, it's so unique to this city, I think. And they were so welcoming to and giving of their advice. Being able to partner with them to bring this house back to life has been such an honor for me.
And turns out the Whale House recently sold, but the current owners you met there are still taking reservations through October.
And they say the new owners will continue to rent out the Whale House as a place that visitors can stay at while they're in New Bedford. That is Chronicle for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Shayna Seymour.
And I'm Anthony Everett. Have a great evening. Hope to see you back here again tomorrow night. Good night, everybody.